Welcome to the garden I've dreamed of, where wisdom gathers, where grandmothers listen, and their voices collective weave hope for generations. Can I tell you my favorite place? It's where stories are told through the skill of our wonderful Sandra Lobb. Can you hear the echoes of their experiences resonating with yours? I invite you to explore them. What a joyous time it has been for me. What a joyful gift we can bring to each other and to the mothers and the children yet to come on our precious home, here on our dear Mother Earth.
First of all,
There we go.
Okay.
Grandmother Tanna Tender Bear, it's so nice to meet you. I want to give a small introduction and then let you speak about who you are and where you come from. You are a scholar, an author, an initiated Sha woman. You are president of the Polish Transpersonal Forum and the Sisterhood Circle Foundation. Your sacred activism, working with a circle of grandmothers in Poland, you call a revolution of love. It is a radical shift toward love for Earth, for life on Earth. It is a waking up so that we can acknowledge the need for a radical shift. You were initiated as a grandmother in 1998 by medicine people from the northwest coast of the US with the medicine name Thunder Bear Woman. And after 12 years, they changed it to Tender Bear Woman. And maybe you'll tell us about why that change. You say you are going to do ceremony for us in the portal on December 17th. And you've been asking that people who are attending that should bring a candle, a lighted candle, and to prepare something to smudge, some sage or some other herbs, right? So now the floor is yours, grandmother, please.
Thank you, Sandra. I'm really grateful for inviting me to this exchange and sharing my my views. And I'm thrilled because this is profoundly beautiful to sit in a council of grandmothers and share our feelings and concerns, reflections, and practices, because we want to support people in this turbulent times. Bear with my English because this is my second language. So my intention is to join and contribute to the sacred activism of grandmothers, which is, as I understand, is waking people up from this dream of separation, and really reconnect with the earth and universe in order to save the life on the planet. So I'm sitting, with, I shouldn't do that. Okay. I'm sitting in a circle of grandmothers in Poland, and we are working through whole country to create circles of women, which become the communities, to create what we call the culture circle, which means, this is like a counterbalance to the patriarchy with all this hierarchy and control and domination and exploitation. So we believe that we should create this circle culture to embrace the whole creation with love and with compassion. So we break this tendency to destroy life, because my deepest concern is that the most human energy turns against life on the planet, and we need to really make this radical shift to turn our love and understanding and compassion and to really to tend to embrace all life, and that's what we're doing. So I'm going to share my views, my activities, my visions about what we should really do to stop this crazy, distraction, because the world turns right, and I believe it's because there's so much fear and threat, and people are holding to some, ground of false identity and religion, and choosing the leaders who are, so-called strong, and they build the how to say, the walls against the strangers and so on and so on. So we really need to come with the alternative for this old system of separation and violence, and build a new system of unity and love. And so we are doing it, and I really want to share our, different activities to gain this purpose. So I invite you to, to open up our circle when we'll be sitting together with the smudging and calling the directions, and then we just talk and maybe exchange some views, and if it's possible to talk to people and answer some questions and comments. So thank you, and I'm looking forward to meeting you on 17th. Thank you.
Thank you, Grandmother Tanna. Beautiful, tender bear. I'm feeling that tenderness from you, and that care for the earth, and care that also has a very strong warrior spirit, because we've got a lot of work to do.
That's right.
Luckily, we have each other to support in that work. See you on the 17th.
See you.
Yeah.
See you. So you stop.
Hello and welcome. My name is Victoria Savage, and it is my distinct honor to present to you Grandmother Tender Bear, and she will be taking us into ceremony today entitled Calling Directions. Grandmother Tanna?
Yes. Yes, I'm here. I'm really thrilled to be with you, grandmothers, sitting in a council with you, and share our service to people, So I'd be happy to invite you to ceremony of calling directions. So we create the safe container for our meeting, our encounter in the circle. So could I start now?
Please.
Yes. So let us turn to the east, to the keepers of the east, of the light coming over horizon, of the new visions, new beginnings, new openings, and our inspirations. So please, keepers of the earth, be with us, teach us, show us your way. And now we turn to the south with the earth element, with the abundance and life-giving force, and all the animals walking on earth and under earth. Please, keepers of the south, be with us, show us your ways. Aho! Now we're turning to the west, to the direction of the water, of the transformation, of the shedding old skin and opening for our true nature, and real deep introspection with the guardian of the west, the bear, who is sitting there in stillness and silence and bringing new life. Now we turn to the north with the element of air and space, welcoming all our ancestors, our roots, our wisdom, our wolf, the wolf who is going to the wilderness and also showing us how to cultivate the family. So please, our grandmothers, grandfathers, please show us your ways, your wisdom, and your message to us. Be with us, and we go to the sky, to all the planets and sun and moons and angels and ascendant masters. Please be with us and show us your ways. And now we go to Mother Earth and give her our love and attention and cultivating her so she can really bring life the way she loves, and we want to survive with her. And now we turn to the sacred mystery in the middle of our chest, in our innermost being, our core, asking the guardians of the sacred mystery to show us who we really are and why we are here, and what is our task to do in this very life. So thank you, and we continue to work with our deep intention for people to wake up and open their hearts for Mother Earth and all life on Earth. Thank you. So since we opened the space, now I'd like to share a little bit about where I'm coming from and explain you that I'm sitting here in Warsaw. This is Warsaw, the city who remembers a lot. And I was born right after the war in 1946. And coming from Jewish roots on both sides of my parents, but we were alone, no grandmothers, no grandfathers, and our home seemed to me cold and empty. And I didn't know then, because it was taboo in a family, that we are Jewish. My parents were hiding it because of the fear that will be recognized like their families who got vanished in Holocaust. So I was really growing up really missing religion, missing spirituality, and trying to understand who am I and why am I so lonely. And only when I was 19, I felt the necessity to find out. And I broke into my father's desk and got the papers. And it was black on white that we are Jews. And I felt kind of relieved, finally, because I started to feel my identity, my belonging, and started to study mystical Judaism, and find out that possibly I was reborn after the war, because I had flashbacks from the Jewish life, and I had regressing, finding myself in a crematorium where I vanished with others. And so I really understood that I came back, and there are many searchings of Gershom, Rabbi Gershom, who wrote the book Beyond the Ashes, discovering that many Jews returned after the Holocaust as peacemakers, as a therapists, as a healers, to work so the Holocaust and genocide wouldn't happen again. And it was Tikkun Olam, mending the world, I got engaged in and practicing. Then I was practicing Zen to search for my real nature, until 1994, when we created and organized Holistic Centers Gathering. And for the first time, we met people from north, west coast of US, and they invited us for the ceremony of sun salutation. And just we were completely shocked, because that was our first encounter with with people in full regalia of shamanism, and so they suggested that we dance in a circle and feeling maybe some animal energy in us. And believe me, in a split of the second, I felt like a big bear who is standing on the back feet and spreading, reaching with its paws to the sky. And the voice was coming like, I'm blessing all the spirits of my ancestors, and I call all the souls to come. And I felt I have enormous heart, and I want to give them the refuge in my heart beyond the barbed wire. So that was really shocking to me. I didn't know that was the shifting experience. And since then, I felt that I stepped on a path, and I don't have the way back. And that was very strong pull to continue. So we started inviting Matty Davis Wolf and David Thompson to Poland every year, and they were teaching us all the traditional teachings, how to be really in touch with Mother Earth, and how to go through vision quests and different ceremonies to really get deeply in touch with the elements and returning home. And they were observing me very closely, and in 4 years, when I was 52, they decided to initiate me into being an elder for the community with the name Thunder Bear Woman, which they recognized. They recognized this strong masculine part in me, which was really powerful, and also this warmth of the Mother Earth together, the fire, the thunder conceiving Mother Earth. And so I had to mature, to this name, and I started calling the circles, and that's how it started. Now we have thousands of circles around Poland, of circles of women, and also men are starting to gather. And we have annually circles gatherings, which hundreds of women are coming and sharing their experiences, and we have this goal, this purpose to wake ourselves and wake people up. I say we waking the sleeping beauty of human spirituality with sweet kiss of love, so people would really wake up from this horrible dream of separation. Because I recognize that the cause of global crisis, as we have here, very deep crisis, is this founding myth of this modern civilization, based on delusion that human being is separated from the primordial ground of life. So disconnected that we became spiritually empty, homeless, and hungry. And we are really devouring Earth alive. I also went for the vision quest to understand, to get the message, to get the vision, why most of the human energy is turned against the life on Earth. And I received the vision after 4 days and 4 nights of fasting and sitting around the fire and praying. I received the vision that the whole world and Entire creation suffers because of the separation of man and earth and of man's ruthlessness. Our spiritual hunger turns us into cannibals, devouring our own mother, constantly starved, insatiable. We are tearing her guts, leaving her depleted and barren. We have to stop turning our human energy against life. We don't have to kill to survive. To survive, we need love for its bonding and healing power. So let us stop wars and conquests and let the earth be. There is enough water, fire, land, and air for everybody. Let us go upstream to the source and quench our thirst and put out the fire which is consuming our world. I understood that we need to reconnect with the source of life for the humanity to survive. And then I met many indigenous people, went to the United States, and also they were coming to us. And they told us about the indigenous prophecies, which foretold this time on earth, the time of clearing, of shaking. And so I believe we are in a circle of civilization on the West, on the time of big transformation. And we need to really understand that this is this old system based on profit over life needs to end if you want to continue living on earth and saving all the earth community. So what we're doing is what I call the revolution of love, is creating the culture, which is the culture of the circle, alternative to patriarchal pyramid. And you understand that pyramid is vertical and full of hierarchy and domination and control and really exploitation. So we want to create the culture of the circle, which is ancient, really. We don't have to discover it, but we are embracing the whole creation with all the diversity of life in order for life to survive. And so we are gathering and praying and working with the communities. The community is the way to survive the difficult times, the crisis. And it was confirmed with the activists from Ukraine we are contacting and helping, supporting, who are saying that without communities, self-supportive communities, and exchange of the gifts of holding people, and really supporting each other with the compassion and the families, they wouldn't survive. And so we need to have this based on the circles. We creating the communities which are based on exchange of all the gifts, intellectual, emotional, spiritual, and material gifts to really, to really survive as a communities and build this network, the web of the communities connecting. So we have like this system of mycelium, around Poland, and with the connection with global sisterhood, and now with global grandmothers. By the way, I met 13 grandmothers. Now it's, they only 5, but I met them in Stockholm, in Sweden, and they had such wonderful message for the world. And praying every day in the middle of Stockholm. It was incredible. And all the homeless people were coming and they were healing them. So I really appreciate our eldership, this quality of transforming our experience into the wisdom of the heart and sharing with others and serving, especially young people who are kind of lost in this crisis. They feel, I'm working with people as psychotherapists, and there's so many young people who kind of losing their sense of life. They saying that they're not sure about their future. And we need to really find some spiritual anchors to help them to get rooted, to get centered, to develop some spiritual qualities, to be able to survive and thrive, even if it's so difficult, because this struggling forces of reactionary, powers who want to hold to the status quo of the world, being fragmented and battling for their spheres of, of control, and so, and they, fighting with this new wave, with awakened people who want to transform their life on earth to become more human, really, the human, because we're getting so dehumanized. So we are on the trying to support this this movement of the vision of the new humanity and the new human being who is supportive and friendly and tending the earth and embracing all life. So I have this this credo that in the face of death, light shines brighter. In the face of death, love shines brighter. When we are facing the decline, the decline of the world, the death of thousands of people, animals, trees, the threat of the wars are going on different places of the world. We mothers and grandmothers should really stand tall together in a big circle around the world with torches to disperse darkness, to protest against violence, to let people home. I have this vision that we should clean up all this old house of this old mess of delusion and false vision of the world, you know, and just to clean up, open the windows, get lots of space and air, start the fire, make a dough and bake the bread, and invite all people home to share the bread and love. So there's enough bread and love for everybody. I would really love to say that we feel like midwives of this new human being who I call Homo Holos. This is this luminous being who is manifesting the life as a whole, as a unity. And I feel that we are the midwives of this new being coming to the world. And this new being is delivering, we are delivering this new being from our hearts, our souls, our essence. So I have also the saying that we should live on the world like as if what was this old system was ending, and we should love as if the new world was getting born through us, from us, because only, you know, our inner getting ripe to deliver new life, our inner transformation, and can bring the change. Like Clarissa Pinkola Estes, who says we are made for these times. We are practicing and training and doing all kinds of things, and we have all the tool boxes, you know, with how to assist people in the time of crisis, of urgency and emergency. I believe we have, you know, enough, how to say, to stand, you know, courage, you know, because we feel also like activists, you know, sacred activism. And we feel like medicine people and also the activists who learn how to turn our spiritual practice into activity. So I believe the time is right that we really stand together, and we need to build this critical mass to prevail. And so we encounter great challenges, but we also are sowing new seeds and hoping that they will flourish, they will be flourishing, and we create the new gardens as global grandmothers. And since now it's a time of the holidays of light coming, like Santa Lucia and Noel and Christmas and Hanukkah. By the way, Christmas and Hanukkah are on the same day, on 25th of December, which is I believe this is such a strong stream of light, that we might be really inviting this new shining, luminous, child born through us. And so I would, for this season coming and for solstice, I would really wish that we shine our lights from our hearts, and we go into forgiveness and reconciliation of our families, because they also turn apart. There's such a great polarization in the world and also in the families. So my deep wish and blessing is to reconcile the families and reconcile the human family, and really commit to this, to our engagement for justice, for to engage in the world of of difficulties and turmoil, but to introduce our practices and views, to really wake people up, from this separateness, and show the interbeing, the equity, the compassion. I say our compass is compassion, and for justice and integrity and courage and dignity, and this unshakable awareness of the unity. So I would end with this blessings, and really hoping that we as grandmothers, we get together with a powerful message which would go through the web of life and move people's hearts and souls. I'm looking forward to act, to engage, to join and contribute to the Council of Grandmothers all over the world, so we can make a difference. So thank you so much, and I really appreciate that you invited me for this sharing. I be in touch. Thank you. Good night.
Well, thank you so much, Grandmother Tender Bear. So much. I now know why you were changed from Thunder Bear to Tender Bear, because there is so much tenderness within your energy field, and it's very big as well. And what a lovely mission. And I am so grateful that you shared that with us today. In the Hopi tradition, one of their sayings is, when the grandmothers speak, the earth will heal. And you are certainly that, for sure. I invite you all who have watched this, if it has resonated with you in any way, if it has touched you, to consider joining in with the Global Grandmothers Council. We have a few ways to do that. You can visit globalgrandmotherscouncil.org. That's our platform where you can participate in classes. There are many, many free offerings. It's a new platform, and so it is still forming and filling. I invite you, at the end of this, there will be a QR code where you can donate to help our 5013C, the platform. All of that takes some funding. and we encourage you to consider joining us there. You can join the platform for free and take advantage of a lot of the offerings. And again, if you were moved in any way by this today, please visit globalgrandmotherscouncil.org. Thank you so much. Thank you again, Grandmother Tender Bear. Until we meet again, I'm Victoria Savage.